Noob, we just got squidded on.
The only squids I like are squid billies.
So you're abstaining from all squid after this?
Hood Noob is back. Hood Noob don't get squidded on. Hood Noob gives the squid. You know what I'm saying, dog? You know what I'm saying, dog? My neighbor, man. You know what? You feel me?
Uh-huh. Is this after you have your scars from you went through your own Squid Game?
I had sexual relations with a golf cart, and I won.
Uh-huh.
Well,
we're here to talk. Now I got a new bike around my neighborhood with. Well, Squid Game is over, and we're going to review it and go over a little bit of the controversy. We're going to take a look at a couple things, little stuff and things. This is Our Reviews Will Kill You, Party Time Podcast, and I am the man you may know as Z, joined by Hood Noob.
Word to your
He's
mother.
Hoodie. He's going to do this the whole time. What are you, Thanos now?
If
Thanos
your
is
mama
dead.
needs any sexual relations, call 1-800-NOOB-NOOB. He's going to lay the law. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Word.
so...
All right, that's enough of that. I'm too white for this.
Yeah. Season 3 was really just a continuation of Season 2, because the second time back in the games. And, well, I guess let's start. How did you feel about the games themselves? Like the final couple games? It was only 3.
It was Squid Game, which was a weird name.
Yeah, that was weird.
And what the hell was the other one? Oh, Jump Rope, Squid Game, and then the hide and seek, right?
Oh, hide and seek. Yeah,
which wasn't
I don't
really
know
hide and seek. It was just like run and get murdered.
Murder page.
Yeah.
It's just like it's like a murder nightmare. Yeah, let's just call it that. Because even if you unlock the door, like, you can't relock it. So what's the point of hiding in a room? Like, that's just, you're dead. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Also, no one really attempted to hide all that much, other than behind a door occasionally.
Or dead people. They hid behind dead people.
Oh, that was a smart one, yeah.
I would have just pretended I was dead, probably.
That's
and
what
have
the one
been
guy
fine.
did. Remember? Yeah.
Did he?
He did that. Yeah, you
Really?
don't remember the old guy, he like covered himself with the guts. He was about to get stabbed and then got distracted or something. Yeah.
No, I don't think the old guy, the old, like, money dude. We'll call him Money Man. He didn't do that.
I think that was him.
No, I
somebody.
don't think so.
It
Anyway.
was somebody.
That first, the games they were pretty good. I thought Jump Rope was pretty clever, because when I saw the 2 dolls, I was like, I knew exactly what it was, but I was like at least glad that it wasn't like Machine Gun Eyes Part 2, or you know what I mean, like Stop and Go or whatever that game was.
Yeah.
So that game was
it
cool.
Seemed like a pretty simple game.
A lot of people just kind of being like, you know what, I don't feel like being here anymore. My ankle hurts. How about I go die? Spoilers, by the way.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
I did watch some things like, oh, you technically could have found a way to get her over. Like, there was a way.
Couldn't you just hide underneath of it? Like, or just she would have just ran on you piggyback? I feel like you could have sprinted across and only had to jump like 3 times total.
If you timed it right, probably, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't feel like that would have been the hardest thing in the world, but who knows? Who knows? And then there was Squid Game, which was very complicated in its rules. Although, shall we get to the biggest problem in the room?
The ending?
The CGI baby.
Oh, yeah, that was... I don't understand that one.
They added a kid, and I hate when they do that.
They had a budget, though, so, like, I don't know what the CGI baby was. Like, it was kind of comical at a certain point. I was like, all right, this is
I don't even understand. Like, okay, let's just throw out a number. Like, let's say it costs $2 million for the CGI baby. Why? Why even do it?
Yeah.
I don't want the baby in there, period, at all. End of story. No babies.
Well, the part of the story was, like, she was pregnant, so you had to address that at some point. Or you mean she just died
They're only in there for 5 days. She couldn't have waited. They couldn't have been like, oh, this chick's doing like 5 days. How about we not put her in the game? How about we do that? Can we do that?
Well, that is true.
Because it's
literally
annoying.
5 days, yeah.
Yeah, the whole time is a ticking clock because the secondary story about the brother is about he only has 5 days to get him, right? The brother of the headman. I also don't understand. Again, at the end of this, why does the brother get to raise this kid by himself? Like, what's he gonna do with the kid? Tell me, what's he gonna do with her?
The brother storyline was a little weak, and then the dumbest storyline was that third one, the random chick and the guy that she saves, right? Like that was stupid.
Yeah, which made no sense. They didn't connect the dots real well. I just didn't feel like this season was okay, but the ending really made some people unhappy. So let's look at it. It was huge ending. The Squid Game creators' alternate season 3 ending is way better, which I don't agree with. I have a distinct problem with the ending, but it's not the one you're thinking of. So, if you didn't know, Ji-hun, the lead character, 456, do you want me to read what his ending would have been?
Yeah, I watched the thing. I know what the ending would have been, but you can read it.
Okay, he says, I don't know if I can call it an original ending, but in the beginning, I had a vague idea of how I would end the story. And back then, it was having Gi-hun end the game in one way or another and leave alive and go see his daughter in America. So originally, I thought the person who witnesses the American recruiter woman would be Gi-hun. Which that's also, we'll get to that in a second too. And he goes, this is why he changed it. But as I began writing the story, and as I began to think more and more about it, what do I want to deliver with the ending of the story? And also, what should Gi-hun's journey be? And what should his destination be? I was witnessing more and more what was happening around the world, and I thought it would be more fitting for Gi-hun to send this powerful message and impactful message to the world with his death.
And it changed quite literally nothing.
Yeah, well, it's pretty funny. Not to tell the creator that he's wrong, but he's wrong. That's what the writer of this article says. Gi-hun's ending was a poor finale, given that he ended up killing himself to save the CGI baby. When if another few minutes had passed, the entire game would have ended up with the Coast Guard's invasion, and the idea that he or the baby would be killed would all go out the window. So his sacrifice was really for nothing with the way the ending was structured. First of all, you agree with this, correct?
Yes.
Okay, you're a moron. How is he supposed to know inside the game that the Coast Guard's coming?
No,
he's just supposed to magically know that?
No. I'm just saying, but his death is still for nothing. Like, ultimately, there is no message. There is no anything. And the writer wrote it to give a message.
That's wrong, because his message is he doesn't deserve to get out of the games. He murdered someone. He's murdered several people now. Why should he deserve to get out of the games? That's the whole reason why he went back in, was to pay for his guilt for having killed his best friend and all those other people in the games. That's the whole reason why he was obsessed with going back in. So to me, I think the ending actually serves its purpose, because he doesn't deserve to live. He's not a good person. He doesn't deserve. He abandons his daughter in America. He has all that money and just whatever, pays for a house for her there.
That
he sucks as a dad.
I honestly forgot he even had a kid. So
yeah. He's a terrible father. He's a terrible husband. They're all terrible people.
Everyone in the games kind of deserves to die. Yeah, everyone in the games
except the baby. Baby didn't deserve to die because the baby did nothing wrong. So that's why I think it's good. The only reason I have a problem with the ending is because everything was set up by Deus Ex Machina. Basically, the dude gets rescued by the Coast Guard because of Deus Ex Machina, which just means a hand of God.
What?
You've never heard. It just means the hand of God came in to move the plot along because you couldn't think of anything better. Like the guy not getting killed, they just so happened to find the thing with 30 minutes left to go in the game, because the guy activated the self-destruct. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everything, the front man's brother just manages to get close enough. Just like when they rolled up on the dude and they didn't shoot him. He's wearing a Squid Game costume. And And instead of killing him, they just roll up on him and they're like, "Hey, are you okay?" Even though the dude is, that one survivor was still dressed like a like a guard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just all of it was just even the Coast Guard. The Coast Guard magically gets there in like 10 minutes, and then Gi-hun is supposed to understand that the Coast Guard's coming. Nobody knew the Coast Guard was coming. And that stupid girl, like, she survived because they accidentally dropped the gun in the guy was stupid enough to not kill her. Number 11, right?
Yeah.
Her
that
other
was
North
dumb.
Korean.
Her whole story was useless. I have no idea. And then what was with her ending with that guy in the airport? Like, I don't understand that at all.
That is the guy that Gi-hun hired to find the other North Korean. It was really poorly set up. But if you remember the end of the first season, you know the girl who dies, the North Korean, and the whole reason why she went in it was to pay for her brother to be smuggled back into South Korea.
Oh,
Gi-hun had hired some guy to find her, and that's where part of his money went, was to find that kid and bring him across the border to his grandmother.
Oh, and that was that kid coming back.
Yeah, that was that kid coming back. And then, so it did show that Gi-hun did some good, because in reality, I don't think he was a good person, but he was able to, redeem himself. And just the whole idea, like the game, is like, I'm just going to drop the baby off the edge because I don't care. I can make another baby. No big deal. So,
yeah, I love how
last point.
The father was like, I'm going to save that baby. Nah, never mind. I'm going to kill that baby, though.
He was in it for himself the whole time. I thought that was pretty obvious. So,
yeah, it was.
I would say that most people probably agree with you and the writer of that story, because you people are stupid. 50% for season 3. People hate the ending. They really do. And critics have it at 78%. So people not satisfied with this. There's no...
Once Gi-hun dies, the show essentially just goes full retard, is kind of what I thought.
It just wraps things up. What do you mean? All they did was wrap a bunch of nonsense up.
They let the useless number 11 live. Like, that story was useless.
He impacted her. His message got to her. And then I like the idea that the front man still running the games, but he's like, I like that guy. He had some pluck. I really enjoyed him. And I know you hated the VIPs, but I also wanted to mention I'm super excited. Oh, well, the one girl was smoking hot. Did you see her? She had her mask off for like one scene, which I thought was weird too. They took their masks off for one scene and never again. And I just thought it would have been more interesting to make them real people. But I think the American games will be good, but they made one super huge mistake. What's that game that they play?
That Dokchi or whatever?
Dokchi? Yeah. Who in America knows how to play Dokchi? Like, this white chick beating on a white dude. So she's just slapping this dude on a game. Like, if some lady came up to me and was like, I'll give you money if I beat you in this game. And I'd be like, what's the game? And she'd be like, it's Dokchi. I'd be like, excuse me? And then when you watch her show you how to play the game, I'd be like, yeah, I'm not playing that stupid game. Give me some dice.
Start beating her.
But what would that get you? Nothing.
I don't know. Maybe the money in her pocket.
Well, okay. Sure. And what's that actress's name again? She's super famous.
Kate Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett is going to be in Squid Game America? That's crazy. I just hope it's different in the sense that Americans will be crazier, right? Like, as soon as they turn the lights out, people just going to start butchering each other, right? That's what would happen. Yeah, but then
the game's going to end real quick, you would think.
Nah, because there'll be a bunch of strong dudes. Did you notice one thing that I noticed as well? By the end of the game, the final, 8 or 10, how many women are there?
Yeah, it's all dudes.
Yeah, because the game is sexist. Sexist.
Yeah, they should have had the trans woman win. They should have had the trans woman win.
I was waiting for it. Well, then women would be the best evers.
Exactly.
So let us know in the comments below what you thought of Squid Game. Were you upset? Did you enjoy it? I liked it. I didn't love it, but I liked it. Noob clearly hated it.
I just hated the last 20 minutes. I loved everything else.
All right, fair enough. So we'll look forward to Squid Game America. America. Hell yeah. So
And Squid
let us
Game
know what you think.
1987.
Okay. Is that a real thing or are you just making that up?
No, it is a real thing. It's the story of the old guy.
No, really? Did they? Oh, last question. Did they have him like stuffed and mounted on the wall there? Remember when she opened the door and there was a dude with the mask and then there was the old man was like right there? Did they mount him on the wall like a trophy?
I don't think so, but maybe.
It kind of looked like him. Yeah, he was like it was a brief shot of like the old dude hanging on the wall, and he sure looked like he was stuffed, but what do I know? Anyway, catch our full-length audio podcast. It's on 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Friday nights. Come and join the party. It's a good time had by all. Check out our shorts. We review everything that you've never even heard of, like The Bear. Who watched that? Or Jurassic World Park Rebirth. We review it all. Predator, Killer of Killers. You'd love to check these things out. Give us a like, thumbs up, do all those good things. But as for us, we are on to the next one.
Thanks for catching the video. Be sure to join our channel to get the education you deserve. Make sure you check out our shorts, live streams, and catch us on all the socials. Don't forget to like and subscribe.